All right, so today I did over 100 emails and over 100 forms from websites for accounting firms, and tomorrow I'm probably gonna get a bloodbath of people responding. Um, I also got a haircut today, and I also bought some suits. I saw a video of someone saying if you get 5 suits, which is black, gray, navy, brown, and tan, and you also get white shirt, cream shirt, and powder blue color shirts, you can make 75 suits out of that combination. So that's what I was trying to do. And I don't have the full collection, but it's almost there. And dressing up, man, I'm addicted to it. I like it. Today I'm walking in, I have my button up, I'm wearing nice clothes, I'm walking in, and these people have been seeing me a lot. Like the people that work at the store, it's like the third time they see me in like a month or something like that. And they're like, "Oh, it's you again? Do you dress up every day?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, I like to dress up." And I've been getting that a lot lately. Like people are like, "Oh, did you have a prom today? Oh, do you dress up just normally? Like, what's the occasion? Like, why does there have to be an occasion? Why can't you just dress like a man?" You know what I mean? But it's actually a huge advantage nowadays if you think about it. And it's such a simple advantage too. Back in like the 1950s, everyone used to dress up, even just like the bus stop. And nowadays, no one dresses up. They're walking around in pajamas everywhere. That's a huge advantage. If you're just able to get an edge on people in any kind of way, it helps you. Um, but yeah, I also got a haircut today. I think I already said that. But yeah, I was also reading through The Art of a Deal by Donald Trump. And two things that stood out to me were one, he talked about foreclosures and um, buying businesses that were bankrupt on by the banks, like buying from banks, assets from banks at a discount. And he was also talking about how he joined the private club. He basically did cold calls, and he got someone to go out on lunch with him, and he was talking about it. Something interesting that he said was he called up the president of the club, the person who owns the club, and he tried to convince him. Like he called him over and over. A couple of days in a row, he called them, and the guy invited him out to go drink with him. And Donald Trump went, but Donald Trump doesn't drink. So he just sat there and the guy just kept on drinking until he got completely drunk. And he was saying like, man, if everyone in Manhattan drinks like this, then I would have a huge advantage. Like drinking is a weakness. All these small things, they lead up to small advantage here, small advantage there. It helps you out in the long run because when you count pennies slowly over time, they start to turn into dollars. I'm not saying I'm counting pennies, but the idea of like you get a little bit of energy here, there, builds up to you getting an edge on people. But what do I know? These are just observations that I'm seeing. This week, I want to sign an accounting firm. I think it's gonna happen this week because I'm taking a different approach. I'm now reaching out to accounting firms that are international. And instead of focusing in and honing in on just one accounting firm and calling everyone there, I'm gonna call like 5 from like every single one. And I'm gonna try to go through like the top 500. I have a list of the top 500 accounting firms. And no more like building lists, all that waste of time BS, man. I have just names, 500 names, and that's all I need. I'm just gonna write notes down. Boom, boom, boom. You know, um, yeah. Another thing I've been doing is, organizing for next week. I'm writing down which appointments I have, and yeah, this week's goals are actually super long. So I want to make $1,200 on defense. Uh, I want to make over 500 cold calls. So that's like 100 per day during the week because they're closed on the weekends. So it has to be business days, business hours. I want to book at least 5 meetings minimum. So I already have 2 this week. And I don't want to spend money on anything besides food and gas. So I basically want to spend less than $250 this week. And I want to make $1,200. Hopefully I make over $1,200 so I could save $1,000. That's the idea. And the ultimate goal is to sign an accounting firm this week. I want to send 20 LinkedIn connections every day. So like 140 total for this week. Also 140 total emails, which is probably going to be more than 140, but minimum 140, blah, blah, blah. I want to read my affirmations in the morning and the nighttime. And I want to work out at least 5 times minimum this week. So affirmations, I don't know if affirmations work. I think it's a bunch of baloney. I think it's a bunch of BS basically, but all the most intelligent people say it works. I saw Dana White talking about it the other day, and Dana White was just talking about like, no matter what, you just affirm it and you truly believe in it, it happens. Like I've heard it over and over and over. Like a lot of people, a lot of super intelligent people that have accomplished great things always speak on it. So who am I to think I know more than them? Maybe I should try it. But I really suck with affirmations. I don't like to read them. I feel like it's a waste of time, you know? Even if it takes 10 minutes, I think it's like a waste of time. Also, I kind of spent time reviewing all the recurring payments I've been having for the last couple months. And I want to start saving up money. Like before I was in debt. You know, I was just trying to reach zero, put my head above water. And now I'm above water and I can see. And I want to save up. I want to save up like a good 20,000. Have like 10, you know, in case something happens, need to move out, something happens with the car, something like that. And then the other 10, I want to spend it on joining the private club I've been talking about, man. I really want to do that. I'm excited to try to do that. I'm excited for it. It's like a challenge, you know? It's an invite-only thing. I have to like squeeze my way in. I'm like young. I extremely doubt if anyone in that club would be my age. I bet you no one in the club is gonna be near my age. That would be crazy. A lot of great things about joining that club. Like Donald Trump in his book, he was talking about when he joined his club and all the people he met through it and how he conducted a lot of business through those relationships. And those relationships are valuable. You know, you want to know your network is your net worth, you know, the cliche. I believe in that. And I'm taking action on it. What are you doing? Are you taking action on it? Yeah. I wonder what the country club looks like on the inside. Like, do they have a gym? Is there other stuff I have to pay for, man? Like, I'm making a good 5, 6 a month. I want to make a good 10 a month. Like, is it really that much harder to add like another 4 or 5? I was thinking about reselling some equipment on Facebook. But does that take away from my focus? You know, someone today told me something interesting. Whenever there's a horse that's like a race horse and they're riding and they're racing and competing against other horses, right? They're in that environment of competition. They put the thing on the horse's eyes to like cover so they don't see anything else except straight. Isn't that interesting? But like, I need more money. Should I like loosen up my focus a little bit? Like the idea is I basically post pictures on Facebook of items. Like I'll post like 20 items, like 20 posts, and I'll see which one like catches the bait or, you know, catches a fish off the bait. whichever one gets the most views and the most messages, I'm gonna basically go ahead and find that product for really cheap from a supplier. And I have a certain kind of product in mind, and I heard good things about it. But how much time does that take? Like tomorrow, maybe in the morning, I should just put like 20 posts. And I just like, at the end of the day, I could just look at the messages. Man, I always have business ideas running through my mind. Like I have another thing after that too that I was thinking about. But this is like a common theme that I've done throughout my past where I lose focus. Like I loosen up. Like, man, this QLA thing, this is my focus, man. I'm all in on this. This should be my main focus. But like there's side quests. Like I want to join this club. That's a side quest. How do I do that? I need more money or I need more time. Which one's worse? But you see, the way I think is like, I want more money, less time, and I want to accomplish all my goals. Like I think of like the most ambitious pursuit. And that could also be to your detriment. That could also be your weakness. You know, a lot of great rulers, a lot of great conquerors throughout history have been their own weakness because of their ambition. So in a way, your ambition becomes your own weakness at times. But then it's also your competitive edge at times, right? So it's all a balance. Now, where's my balance, man? That's the truth. Where's my balance? So you got 160 hours in a week, roughly. You spend 40 hours sleeping. Probably spend more than 40 hours sleeping. 40, 50, maybe 60, depending on who you are. Then you work 40 hours. I probably work like 60 hours. So let's say just worst case scenario, rough numbers, 60 sleeping, 60 working on defense, 120. So I got the extra 40 that I'm juggling around. Like those 40 are very valuable. It like makes or breaks your future, right? So I really got to allocate those 40 to the right things. Like you got to think in that 40, I'm also spending time eating, spending time driving in between places, spending time working out. So all in all, I'm really spending like 20 hours on defense. If you think about it, if I spend 10 hours a week working out, I spend 10 hours a week, doing food and other stuff in between. Yeah, man, it's tight. So you gotta take from somewhere else. You take from defense time or you take from sleep time. Me, right now, I'm taking away from sleep time. But am I even doing that right? I don't know. My body like catches sleep, like it just forces me. Like last week when I did like the 2 day, what do you even say? Like what's the name? I just stayed up for 2 days in a row. That drained me, man. But it also gave me a lot of confidence. And the confidence just like boosts my energy every time I wake up. It's like, man, I don't need sleep. Just get up, man. What's wrong with you? You don't need sleep. Remember when you did that? Yeah, you could do this. It gives you that confidence boost. But yeah, how many hours do you really sleep in a week? Yeah, it's probably less than 60. What am I talking about? I don't know. How do I allocate my time better? How do I do this quicker? Imagine I just signed the accounting and law firm in like 2 weeks. Bro, I would be a beast if that happens. The real question is, how can I make a quick $10,000 I can join that club, man? I don't know why I'm so fixated on that. It just makes me so excited. Or if I could just like resell stuff and make 5 on the side, and I have more free time away from my defense time, spend that defense time allocated towards my offense, that would be interesting too. So many ideas, man. like the way I'm thinking right now, I would be divided by 4 things, not even including gym and other stuff, just like 4 like money making things. But I do this every time. This is always what happens to me. I just need to stay focused, stick to my defense. It's been doing well. It's like the other side of my brain, like ambition is just so loud in my head. It's so loud. I can't like shut it off. Speaking of voices in my head, like making these videos is kind of voices in my head because I've been facing a ton of heat from these videos in my personal life. Just like, man, like why did I have to make this public? Why? It's like when you tell someone something, they can never unhear it. So it's like you can't go back in time. Like obviously, like I know that, but like I still do it. Like what's wrong with me? I don't know. I don't know, man. Facing all this heat is just like it's not worth it, man. It's just not worth it. What's wrong with me, you know? Who even watches these? It's like my family that watches this. It's embarrassing. Maybe I should make them private, but I'll be going back on my word. I mean, what do you think? I know people would appreciate posting this. But what's the point of the heat for real? Like, if I just want to document every day, why can't I just do it on private? What do I gain by putting it publicly? In a way, it's kind of like opportunity cost because social media is a great opportunity. But it's a great opportunity if you could make videos that actually do something, not just like you getting 30 views or 50 views or whatever. Like, is that worth it? I don't know. What am I doing?